good evening, good evening, good evening. Happy Sunday to each and every one. And guys, this is just a continuation of the show from last week. You know what? I know I'm wearing the same outfit, but that's okay. It's my show. I wear what I want. I do whatever I want. So, anyway, it's a continuation. Is let's see, Black love, Black business, Black couples in business together, blended family. I'm telling you, this is such a powerful story, a powerful couple, and I mean, I'm so proud of them. And even as they continue to share, we'll be speaking to Miss Tameka Woods, and she is originally from Norfolk, Virginia Beach area. She is an advanced practice registered nurse, licensed massage therapist, certified life coach, and a holistic healer. Tamika is a retired Army Nurse Corps officer who served over 20 years of active duty service in the U.S. Army. Wow, as a holistic healer, she contributes wholeheartedly in the ministry of facilitating alignment with divine guidance for each person using natural implementation and spiritual counseling. Wow, let us welcome her. I can't wait. I can't wait any longer. Bring her on stage. Bring her on stage. Oh my God, bring her on. Wow. You know, I know I've met you and we've spoken to you, and I really want to thank both you and Kendall because I know this was like a last minute, well not last minute, like we only had like a couple of days to put this together, and for you guys to say yes, it means so much to me, and I he sent me the bio and I'm just getting the chance to read it. And I'm like, wow, I need it on the screen to, oh, wow. And then even last week when we spoke, I felt the energy, I saw the joy. And welcome to
Thank
Imagine
you.
TV. Thank you for accepting the invitation. I can't wait to talk about you. Right now, this is gonna be the first time I didn't have any questions like listed. So we are gonna play this by, and you know, we're women. We know how to make things work. We
Right,
know how to make
absolutely.
literally everything work. So this is
Yes.
gonna be. I think it's gonna be awesome. So welcome,
Thank
welcome once
you.
again. I really I love your energy. Last week when I spoke to you, and then you're married to my son. He's like my son and
Yes.
my little brother all mixed
Yes.
together, and he's happy. So I'm happy. So tell us a little bit more about you. Just take it away.
Yes. Thank you again, Queen, Miss Arlene. Thank you so much for the platform and holding space to just talk about myself for a little bit, which I'm not all the time comfortable with because I like to, embellish and big up other people. But thank you so much for this
This is
platform
your
again.
time. Go ahead and shine. Yes.
Yes. Okay. Well, let's shine because we have to be ready,
Shine. Yes.
right?
The whole screen is
Um,
yours now. We're putting you on the whole screen. Take it away.
Okay, well, I am the founder and CEO of Enhanced Holistic Love Lab, and it's a myriad of products and services that work synergistically together. I love the creation of people, and I feel like there's a lot to impart in all of us. It starts with us. And so it kind of, the genesis of it was to just become the best version of ourselves um, holistically, not just compartmentalizing us but mind, body, soul, and spirit, because that's what makes the whole person. Love is the remedy to all things broken and misunderstood, misaligned. So that's why love is in the title. Enhance is meaning what? To make things better. Holistically, we're servicing and facilitating healing and wholeness for the mind, body, soul, and spirit. The lab is our heart space, really is what all things that of creativity, it's the seat of our emotions, it's all the things that we need to put out into this world with all of the chaos and things that can distract you, and to just bring it back into alignment so that we can be healed and whole. And that in turn allows us to be able to build healthy relationships and harmonious relationships with others. So I'm an advanced practice nurse, massage therapist, and all of what I do is so natural to me. I feel like the divine gifted me with these skill sets way back when. I've always been in the heart space of helping people. People, complete strangers, come up and tell me their business, And the universe has allowed me to know it's because I have a heart for the people. And so everything concerning the business, it actually translates to my personal life. We actually live the practice of what we do business wise, as I'm sure you can attest to. Design and fashion and all that is in your blood. So when it's natural to you, it comes out. And the ultimate dream is to be able to do what we love and get paid for it. So that's the genesis of it.
Wow, that's amazing. You know, you said something I really love, and I let me see. Love. I didn't get the whole thing because my head there's so much stuff
It,
going 100 miles. But love is the remedy of
yes,
something. I love that.
yes,
That's a T-shirt.
yes. Oh, hashtag. Let's go. Let me write it
Yes.
down before I
Says
forget.
love is
Now,
the remedy.
of all things broken,
I
of
love
all
that.
things misaligned,
I
of
see this
all
as a
things,
T-shirt, a candle, a plaque on the wall. That's a
yes,
whole nother collection, and that's one of the things that God helped me to help people birth businesses
yes.
and birth ideas. So anyone that's listening to it, do not steal that idea. This is
Nope.
Tameka's wood idea. We're gonna have T-shirts. We're gonna have, because I would put it on my wall, and I think even for holistic, I think every holistic center should have it.
Yes.
I'm not sure if you know that my husband is a naturopath. So
Wow, I
yes,
did
actually,
not
his
know.
office is right next door, right there. Yes, yes,
See how
that's
the
a
divine
such
brings
a
all
value.
things
Wow.
together.
Yes, and it's holistic health. That's what we promote, and the good thing about it is that he was a pharmacist for 30 years, so he knows about
Yeah.
that part of it. So now to be doing the natural part, and
Mm-hmm.
I love the holistic health, and I think we need to, even in our community, for our Black people, I think it's something we need a lot more of,
Mm-hmm.
because I'm
Mm-hmm.
not sure how much we're into it, but I think it's something that we can, even as we broaden the horizon on that. That's something that we really need to get out there, that we can get more involved. But yeah, we're definitely working on love is the remedy of all things broken. I will never forget that. And I mean, it's just, and I can see the love radiating from you for what you do. Like, it's
Thank
not just like somebody like, I want to have a business because I want to make some money. Yeah, we want to make some money, but I see when you do it with such passion, it is
you. Mm-hmm.
something. It's something more powerful, that even the people that you touch, the lives that you touch, they will actually feel that love and
Yes.
feel that commitment. That, wow, she's not just, this is your purpose.
Yes. Yes,
That
ma'am.
is amazing. How did you decide to go into this though?
So, health, like being a registered nurse, and health and wellness has always been a big part. The latest thing has been like the products and getting back to the basics of our ancestors using tinctures and salves and herbs and candles, and using the things in our environment, using the elements, and how they play a part. And so during COVID, a lot of things got birthed out of COVID. Not being able to go to many places, I just started like picking up books about incense and brews and herbal home remedies, right? Because with the virus, people ask us, especially if you're in the medical or nursing field, all these types of things. And you get tired of taking medication. So I was like, well, let's get back to the basics. In my spirituality, I had a lot of time to go within. And I believe we can heal thyself. I referenced Dr. Sabi, is a really good, notable person that was about natural things and using the elements. Queen Afua, I'm a student of hers, and just trying to get back there so we have more time to pour back in ourselves to say, how can we realign mind, body, soul, and spirit? So that's where the products start coming in that. And then it just started coming together. Enhanced Holistic Love Lab is also a coalition of entrepreneurs that have their own ashe, their own divine power that they bring to the table. I have a queen that does waist beads and talks about the lineage of that and the history of that. I have another person that does natural skincare, because our skin is a little bit unique compared to, our parts, or the other, races and nationalities. So just kind of getting back to the basics. is what I feel like it is, and having that love in everything. The love is, it really is the medicine. It
Yes.
really is the
It's
medicine.
natural.
We had so many things happening in our environment with social injustice, pandemic. It was all these things to distract us. And I think it gave us a chance to kind of get back realigned with self, right? And then to like your spouse and to learn how to be in the house with your spouse. And
Yes.
then y'all work together and like come up with these creations. It was the planning phase so that when all this clears, it's time to execute. Execute what it
Mm.
is that's in your heart space. Getting
Yes.
back here, healing is a big thing on so many levels. So many levels. And I just love the thing of healing myself and healing the little girl in me and empowerment of other women and being able to have open forums where we can just be authentic and be real. Like you're not the
Yes.
only one going through this, sis. I'm going through some stuff too. Like, and then the black family. We talked about the blended family and just the black family. And I know everybody has issues,
Yeah,
but
but yeah,
just talking
we're
about
talking
what's
about our
unique.
blacks. Yeah.
Yeah, just unique to us, and just
Yes.
having that.
Yes. And I really, you said something about, because I think you said you have someone that does beads and someone that does something else. That's what we need to where we get other businesses that complements what we're
Yes,
doing and pull them in.
yes.
Again, iron sharpens iron, and if we can work that way, like
Mm-hmm.
you're there, you're like, nobody can steal my shine. My shine is on me. I can bring you in, and I can
Yes,
share the shine. And
yes.
that is what we need. Again,
Mm-hmm.
I truly just see you and Kendall as a pillar that is going to
Thank
help
you.
so many people because of the way that you're doing it, letting people know it is possible. It is possible
Yes,
for us to work together. It is
yes.
possible to have it all. It's possible,
Mm-hmm.
and we'll talk about that later on, to have a blended family and to make it work. It's
Mm-hmm.
possible, that black love is possible. We're not all black men just beating up on their wives, or black women being loud or whatever. No,
That's right.
it's possible that we are
Ooh.
professionals, we are
Yes.
business owner, we can have multiple business, multiple streams of income, and
Mm-hmm.
we talked about it again. And when I spoke to Kendall about it, we are not waiting for anybody to give us a seat at the table. We're
That's
creating
right.
our table and we're bringing our people with us.
Yes.
We have
Ashe.
our table, and I just pray that our people will get it, our black people will get it and say, hey, we need to work together. And what you're
That's
doing
right.
is really powerful, where you
Thank you.
bring, and I think Kendall did the same thing. Like if he's doing something, he would reach out to this person, hey, we can
Mm-hmm.
do this together. We can do it. And that's
Mm-hmm.
ours. Let's do this together. And there's
That's
enough for
right.
all of us to go around.
It
And
is.
there's so much more than enough. And sometimes we lose opportunities because we think, oh, what you think? I want to work with her because I want to do this on my own. No, there is more than enough for all of
Absolutely.
us to have our own pie, our own table.
Mm-hmm.
And can you imagine if all of us have our own table and then we put all these tables together?
Right. You got a buffet going on.
Yeah, exactly. And black people like the buffet.
I do.
I like it. Yeah, so
Absolutely.
that's just a revelation. Imagine all of us, we have our own table. When we
Yes,
bring it together, we can do so much more.
we
And that's what
can.
I'm looking for. And I think you guys have studied that movement. We have the Imagine Me movement, and it's just imagine what you
Yes.
can do.
Yes,
Imagine
right.
what all of us can do together. And
Mm-hmm.
I don't care about those who don't invite me to their table. You don't invite me, you're the one that's losing out. I'm not losing anything.
That's right.
You're the
That's
one
right.
losing out. So you know what?
Absolutely.
And we're gonna keep on going forward, and all the chatter and all the noise, ain't nobody got time for that.
Nobody
We
got
have
time
our
for it, sis.
vision, we execute the vision, we go in. Sometimes you may fall, you may stumble, but you gotta keep on going because we have a generation that is looking at us. We
That's
have a
right.
generation that we have to empower. We have daughters. I have a grandson. We have brothers and sisters that is
Mm-hmm.
looking, what if she can do it? Imagine. She did it.
Yes. Right.
I can do it.
That's
And
right.
that is what this is all about, to
Absolutely.
empower, to
Yes.
encourage and help someone else, and to come on the show and to share your experience, to share stuff. So can you give us like maybe some examples of even with what you do, maybe someone that's listening just talk about some of what you do and just share an example or routine or something
Okay.
for us, please.
Okay, so in one aspect of being a massage therapist, I have hands-on,
Okay.
and I
And then
heavily
we do
believe
it
in
full screen.
energy. I heavily believe in energy. I believe in positive vibes, and I can share multiple instances where while I'm massaging and my intuition, my divine starts speaking to me. Sometimes I don't want to speak because you don't want to intrude on anyone, but it's always past the massage. The massage is one aspect of avenues in order to reach the person and what they're going through. And I can't tell you how many times people have cried on my table. I have given them messages that the divine has given to me, and it's exactly what they need at the exact time. And not only that, they're getting relaxed. They're decompressing and they're de-stressing. And then sometimes the client is there for me, right? So it's that synergistic exchange that is always present. So that's just one aspect. Another aspect is I realized that all my life I've been a somewhat of a life coach, but I actually went and took the steps to actually get the certification, the notoriety, I guess you could say. But just being able to sit in a forum of women and be very vulnerable, even going back to childhood experiences and how they now shape us in our womanhood, going back to heal from sexual molestation, just providing opportunities, a safe place for people to come and share and exchange. By way of these products, they're not just any products. Like I said, we put herbs, we put essential oils in them, and getting back to providing self care as a ritual, not just getting in the shower, putting on lotion, going to work. No, look at yourself naked in the mirror. Embrace what you look like, right?
Yes.
And being appreciative of what the divine has made you to be. And then taking accountability that if something is not what you want it to be, that you're empowered to change it. It goes so far. My friend that does waist beads, being able to adorn your body and have a way to track your inches to know that you're being conscious of what you're putting in your mouth and how that affects your intuition and how it affects your energy, right? So, oh God, I'm trying to stay in one lane, but it's just so hard because the lab is so plentiful. It can be anywhere and you can do anything in it. But just using that example about massage and how people just open up to you. They trust you with their that time for that space of an hour to put your stranger hands on their body, and then the connection that comes from that is magical. Is
Wow,
magical. So
that's
that's just one
amazing.
aspect. Hmm.
That's amazing. Well, I don't know if I'm gonna be in Ohio in July.
Okay.
At the end of the month, so I'm gonna come and get. I'm gonna have to bring my
Please.
camera, and I would really love to do that
Yes.
because you said so many things, that is amazing. Because one of the things, some of us that we look at our bodies and we don't like it,
Hmm.
and it's okay if there's a certain. I think we have to figure out the reason why we don't like it. Is it because of what social media say?
Yeah.
People say you need to be skinny, or you need to be this, or you need to be tall, or is it just like, you know what? The reason I don't like it, I just want to look. I believe I can be a little more shapely. I can
Hmm.
tone this and tone that. To me,
Hmm.
that's what we need to looking at. Versus where, hey, I want to be skinny because she's skinny, or I want to be this, I want to be taller and stuff like that. But
Right.
to be able, and I have had to, and every day I still work at it because of what people have said and spoken into
Hmm.
our lives, and we receive it.
Right.
Because for 20 years I heard that you were, I mean, this is me, you were fat,
Hmm.
you're
Hmm.
ugly, you're stupid. I heard these words over and over
Mm.
again, and I believed it.
Hmm.
I would, when I watch in the mirror, I didn't like myself. When I
Right.
would go out and I would do shows and people say, you're so beautiful and this, I'd be
Yes.
like, I don't care what they say, they lying. I would not, I honestly believed the lie of
Right.
someone that verbally abused me and told me that I was ugly and all these words. And I would put on fashion shows, I mean, travel the world, and people
Mm.
would talk about it. And I did not believe that. It wasn't
Hmm.
until that I learned to watch them in the mirror and love myself. And sometimes
That's
those voices still come back at me, and
right.
I'm like, nope,
Nope.
So I
Not
thank God
happening.
for professionals like you that continue to work with us
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I like to be an example, go through the service myself and tell people here it works. So I'm looking
Yes.
forward to doing that. And
Absolutely.
people need to hear more about the work that you do, that more of us can participate in it and to continue to love ourselves. The young girls that I work with, that's one of the things that we'll be teaching them,
Mm-hmm.
self love and stuff like that. And I know we have a training, we have the nonprofit, so we this training start next week, and I have one person that is going like a hair. My hairstylist, he's in Texas, so he's gonna come in and talk to them via like this and talk to
Yes.
them about hair care. Then we have
Yes.
someone that's gonna do makeup. Hey, maybe you might be able to do skincare or something, but the
I'm
girls are
open.
13 to 19, and we want to
Okay.
empower them in any
Yes.
way that we can. And I have another friend that's a counselor. She's going to come and
Yes.
pour into their life. I'm going to be teaching
Awesome.
them to sew. By the time that we're
Okay.
done, they'll be able to sew their own clothes and stuff like that. So we just want to pour into them.
Absolutely
And that's what it
important.
is about, what you pour into people, and they become more powerful. So keep
Yeah.
up that amazing work
Yes.
that
Thank you
you're
so
doing.
much.
And um you were showing. So you have different products, right? What are some of the products that you have, and how can we find it?
Okay, so my website is enhancedholisticlovelab.com. These are a couple products here. This is called Sun Kiss. I don't know if you can see
Yeah, I
it.
can see it.
This is actually a body scrub. All natural products. I use herbs, essential oils, not many fragrance oils, but just trying to make all natural things, sugar, salt, coffee grounds for exfoliation of the skin. I, for one, served in the military, so my feet
Mm.
wearing boots for 20 something years really took a beating. So I had to find things that would kind of help me be more comfortable about, my appearance and how I felt. So this is a body scrub here. This is a body butter that kind of goes along with it, and it smells divine. I do a lot of vendor shows, so I'm able to have more of my products on display at the vendor events, and then also advertise some of the services. Here's a bath bomb here. Smells awesome. I wish you could smell it. I don't know if you can see it at home.
Okay.
But like I said, just going back to making self-care more of a ritual, taking your spiritual bath,
I will
putting
smell
your
it. I will smell it when I come to Ohio.
yes, I will have you a bundle ready, Miss Arthy, I
Okay,
definitely
yeah,
will.
I
Okay?
want to, my daughter's gonna be there too, and I
Okay.
want to, do use
Please.
your service and talk more about it, and yeah, it's gonna we're gonna make it
Absolutely.
happen when I get there.
Yes.
Keep going.
And if you're in the Columbus, Ohio area, the address to my suite is 4200 Regent Street. It's in the Eastern Town Center
Okay,
area.
we're gonna
And
cut out that piece because it cut out. It says so. Go back to where if you're in the Columbus area. I think that's what you said. Yeah,
okay.
start from there. We cut
It,
this piece out. Can you mark where we're cutting that part out? Go ahead.
If you're in the Columbus, Ohio area, I'm located in the Easton Town Center area. It's 4200 Regent Street in Columbus, Ohio. So that's where my suite is. I do have products there on display as well. Um, but just come with, ready to be decompressed, relaxed. It's a spiritual experience as well. So whatever
Yes.
comes up, comes out. It's just a chance to be vulnerable and to be open with in a safe place. Um, and then I just talked about the products being all natural. I think I kind of went through that. And just networking as well. Like there's other people that I meet. I met a young lady, this is one of my clients. She's a mortgage underwriter. Everyone's gonna buy a house at some point in life. So put that in your tool bag and just exchanging those skill sets that we're all going to need at some point in time.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I read in your bio about okay, certified life coach and holistic healer. Tameka is a retired army nurse. Tell us, and then I like when you talk about even being in the army and but your feet and see that's the thing that I like when there's a challenge. You're like, okay,
Mm-hmm.
what can I do about it?
Mm-hmm.
And you find a solution to it. So even if having the hurt feet, because we know my son is actually in the Air Force, and
Okay.
yes, and that's one of the reasons we're coming to Ohio. We haven't seen him for a couple years. Yeah, so he's visiting. He was in Korea, and I think he's in Italy right now. So I know about the Air Force stuff, and when we went to see him, and then those heavy boots and stuff. So being
Yes.
able to do something like that, and even for people that walk or stuff, and for the nurses too that on doctors that's on their feet,
Mm-hmm.
I think that's really amazing that you have these products and promoting self care. But can
Yes,
you tell
ma'am.
us a little bit more about life in the army and being an army nurse and
Oh
some of your
yeah.
experiences, please?
Yes, I retired in 2017. I spent 20 and a half years in the military. Um, I didn't know that I was going to stay in the military that long. I actually joined because my mother was a single mother of three, going through a divorce at the time, and I wasn't prepared to go to college, be honest with you. I don't think that I was just ready to just be out on my own and venture the world. So I joined the army at 18. And I was enlisted first. I was a chemical operations specialist. And what that means is the biological warfare that we experienced years ago with smallpox, anthrax. I kind of delved in that. And then 12 years in, I discovered this scholarship that the military had to go to nursing school. Now, let me tell you, the divine is so awesome because I've always wanted to be a nurse. I've always wanted to be in the field of helping people. And so when that opportunity came about, I was able to accept that scholarship, go to school 2 years on the Army's dime while still being in active duty, but I was going to school full time and I became a nurse. So that to me lived out the dream right there. Got a chance to travel, meet some awesome people that I'm still friends with this day, got a chance to experience other cultures. So let me segue right there because I feel like we're sometimes so streamlined in what we only know. I got a chance to meet people from Ethiopia, from Africa, from Korea, from Germany. So being in those different environments allowed me to have a well-rounded view of other people's cultures. That brings me back to what I offer. I feel like my practice is wonderful because I'm able to take a little bit from everybody as it resonates with me and my spiritual practices and incorporate that. And even when it comes to doing life coaching sessions, even when it comes to the modesty of doing massage therapy, knowing that some people are not comfortable being touched here, or you know what I'm saying? So just having that therapeutic touch. And so being in the military has definitely made me a well-rounded individual. I really appreciate. I didn't even know what I was getting into. Thank God, that it ended up being more beneficial than what I could have ever imagined. And so, just incorporating that tool bag, we call it our rucksack, being able to put all these different experiences, the different people that you meet, and just kind of like making yourself a whole person and just giving of yourself from those experiences. Um, I can tell you that mm, it came natural for me. I'm an earth sign, I'm a Taurus, so I've always been like a disciplined, grounded person. So being in the military really came natural for me. It had its challenges as far as being a woman, especially
Yeah,
a
that's why I was
melanated
gonna ask you a
woman.
question about that.
Yeah,
Being a
being
woman
a
in the
melanated
military.
woman, you exercise a lot of your masculine energy in those types of in that type of organization because they look at everything as equal, right? And that's fine and that's good. But there's some nuances that are there. You have to work harder. You have to
Wow.
be able to understand when there's subtle discrimination going on. Because, we all say we're an army of one, we fight together and da da da. But there are those behind the scene things that you experience, and you have to overcome those things. Um, Making rank, getting evaluated, the same things we probably do in the civilian sector. But I feel like my transition out of the military was one I'll never forget because I went from being everybody got a consequence to this to going into civilian sector and everything's a little bit is a lot different. So just that transition, dealing with PTSD from being deployed,
Yes.
dealing with that, being a melanated woman, because we're not used to talking about our problems out in the general public. But now mental health and getting help and counseling, going through that is a lot more advertised. So it's a little bit gives you a forum into opening up that can of worms that you might not have wanted to express before, but now you're able to tell the world, like, I suffered through this. I am a product of this, and I overcame that, the testimony part of it. And then now just coming into my own, my spirituality really morphed after getting out of the military. Not just that, I feel like when you're in organizations, you're taught rules and regulations about the organization. But when you get out, it's all about you. I don't have a title attached to my name. I'm not Sergeant, Captain, so and so. I am Tameka Woods. So
Wow.
now what I make of myself is what I make of myself.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not depending on a title and positions and so on and so forth. So now you're able to create another platform and just really exuberate and get out your creativity, your expression of self.
And I think it's important, like you said, like when you were in the army, you were sergeant this or that. But it's important that when we are able to transition, and I think a lot of
Hmm.
people don't know how to transition, and they
Hmm.
stay stuck in the same place, trying in the same place to bring other stuff. No, sometimes you gotta move on.
Right.
And I like that you mentioned mental health, and I feel like every show I have, I talk about it because it's something that we need to continue talking about because a lot of times again in the black community, and I know growing up it wasn't something we talk about, or if,
Hmm.
if we did not, some families really didn't even believe in it. They just,
Hmm.
if they go, the doctor said, that maybe something wrong, or they don't want to believe it, or kind of say,
Right.
no, they're gonna be okay. And a lot of times, yeah, I believe in prayer and we can pray, but there's a reason God gave us doctors and God gave us healers and God gave
Hmm.
us all the different profession that we can utilize that as well along with prayer. Because sometimes when I know I've prayed and prayed, I say, God, if I'm going to do the surgery, God, guide the hands of the doctor. So there's
Right.
different ways that we have to
Right.
pray.
Absolutely.
But talk to us just a little bit with what your experience has been, even with the Black community and mental health, and
Hmm.
what more can we do to even let it be something that we accept that, hey, you know what, we need to know that this is huge in our community, and we need to address it. We need to know
Hmm.
it's okay to go to counseling and
Hmm.
get help so
Hmm.
you can heal eventually naturally.
Hmm.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Absolutely. First of all, I always say that we need to be careful of how we judge mental health because all of us as a whole is one catastrophic event away from possibly losing our mind, as we put it in this context, or going through a breakdown of some sorts. So, bringing it full circle, I'll give you a case in point. I remember one time I went to counseling. It was marriage counseling at the time, and the first thing the counselor started doing was talk about how did you grow up? How did you grow up? What was your child bringing out? How did you feel growing up? How did you feel as a child? And I was like, why are we talking about this? I'm going through this at the present moment. But out of that allowed me to know that I was experiencing some anxiety. I was experiencing trying to be perfect. I was getting a different perspective of maybe the way I perceive things as far as my parents or even myself in my household might have been different. So I believe heavily in counseling because I feel like the first person to be counseled is ourselves because we contribute to any relationship, whatever the dynamic is. And I learned a lot about myself, especially coming out of the military, and what my hangups were and what my triggers were, and how to deal with my husband and how to even deal with my daughter as well. And just trying to take all that into consideration. I feel like all of us have some aspect of where we can use counseling or even life coaching, overcoming some traumas, some hurdles, and going back to what we talked about as far as looking at ourselves in the mirror and being able to give ourselves positivity and affirmations, and knowing that once we fix ourselves, then we are able to give the best version of ourselves to others. Having the complexes that we have, the way we look, like we talked about before, the way we look, the way we feel. I just really believe that in any aspect, no matter what you're going through, even if you just want to go and talk to somebody neutral about things that you're experiencing without having a judgment of your husband or your mother or whatever the case may be. Counseling is good for everybody. I do believe you need a good fit though. You know, you need a good fit and set some intentions too for yourself as to why you're needing to go into counseling or life coaching or whatever the case may be. But the basis of it all, but it goes back to love. It goes back to love. That's the remedy. Sometimes we don't love ourselves. And when we learn how to do that, then everything else kind of falls into place and we get a different perspective on all sides. I hope I answered your question.
Yes, yes, you did, and it's important. And even I think that's one of the things I read in your bio about the self love and empowerment. And
Mm-hmm.
I think we mentioned it before. A lot of times we don't love ourselves, and it's not even because of us. It's because of the atmosphere that we're in, because of what
Right.
somebody said, because someone else make us believe this is how stuff is supposed to be. But again, that's a choice that we make too, to
Yes.
decide. Because sometimes if someone tell you go jump in a lake, you don't go jump in the lake. If
Right.
someone say, hey, you got give me your house or give me your car, you'll be like, what? No, I'm not doing that. So
Exactly.
we have to be intention um about what we think about. And it also
Mm-hmm.
goes back to the word of God. It said that whatsoever things that are lovely, whatsoever things that are good report, think on those things. So I
Mm-hmm.
think a lot of it starts in the mind. And
Right.
that's why you have to take care of your mind, self love.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to grow your online presence and expand your business reach? Our marketing team can definitely help you. Advertise with us today and let Imagine Me TV take your business to the next level. We are offering 3 affordable packages to the end of 2020. Package number 1, you will receive 1 flash ad at the opening of the show. We will also share your business name, location, and phone numbers, and that is only $59.99. In package number 2, you will receive everything from package number 1, but you will also get a second flash ad in the middle of the show. In package number 3, you get to be the show sponsor, and you will receive everything in package number 2. Plus, we will list your website, and you will also have a 30-second video ad. These are some amazing prices. So what are you waiting for? Contact us today at email address info@leagueyourbrandltd.com, or you can call us at 614-402-7034. You can also visit our website at leagueyourbrandltd.com. You can catch our show on several broadcasting platforms like liveyourstreaming.com, Facebook Live, YouTube Live, and also on Imagine Me TV network at League Your Brand Limited Company. We have viewers in all 50 states and globally. We are international, we are national, we are worldwide. Canada, Africa, Asia, Europe, the Caribbean islands, just to name a few. We are Imagine Me TV, your number one virtual TV talk show. And I know I'm learning that for myself because I know I can keep going, doing. I was like, okay, I need to take a break. I need a massage. I need to just relax and stuff
That's
like
right.
that. We really, and I don't think our people have been taught that enough. Because we just thought, I got to work to make some money, to pay the bills, to do this, and then,
external.
I know of people that are saving so much money that they would not take the time to enjoy life or to live in a proper house or do the things that are cool and stuff.
Right.
I mean, like when you die, the government gonna get that money, or the
They
same family
sure.
that you don't even like.
Right.
They're the ones
You ain't
that
take
make
it with you.
So why don't you take care of yourself? I'm not saying to go just spend lavishly and live beyond your means, but hey, why am I working for?
Right.
Why am I doing all of this to just be tired all the time? So we really have to love ourselves. And I know the time has come, and we just have to continue empowering each other, continue strengthening each other, continue being a blessing to each other.
Yes.
And even before we close out this segment, we're gonna bring your husband back on. But even before he come on, tell us what has life been. We're talking a secret being his back. Just tell me, because I know this is my little brother. This is like my son. Well, no, not my son, my brother. I'm 29 years
I know
old,
what you mean.
my brother. And I'm so proud of him. And
Yes.
I mean, I know he is really mature. And when he told me he was getting married, I was like, yes. Because that's how we're praying, but I've been praying for him too.
Yes, thank you.
How he loves family, how he loves his daughter, how dedicated he is. So just talk to us, a little bit more about the relationship and Kendall as a husband and stuff like that. Maybe it would, even encourage other couples and stuff like that. So just talk to us a little bit before we bring him on, because we don't want him on here blushing. So we're gonna put you on full screen and just gonna take a couple minutes and talk about that first, please.
Absolutely. Well, fun fact, I feel the need to share this. Kendall and I are 8 years difference in age. Firstly, however, that has not been a stumbling block at all. My husband is very supportive. He's very mature, as you already mentioned, and we just get each other. We really do. I feel like we've been placing each other's life for a purpose. It wasn't by accident. I actually knew Kendall's daughter, or our daughter, Elaina, before I even met Kendall, because she went to school with my nephews. So I got a chance to meet Elaina before I even met Kendall. But I'm trying not to get emotional when I say this. It's very important that he feels supported, because as an artist, and I'm sure you can attest to this as a designer in fashion, this is a hard road. This is not for the weak and weary. And when you have two passionate people that's trying to make things happen, and it don't always go off without a hitch, then it's that time for us to buffet each other, like you said. And I'm gonna tell you, it ain't always been roses and butterflies. It has not. However, that's why we have each other, to be able to empower each other. And you referenced the Bible, so I'm gonna reference a story about the children of Israel and how they were supposed to go around, and God had them build an altar. And I'm not trying to preach, but this is a story that's really dear to me. And God had them build an altar so that every time they got somewhere else and there was hardships, they had to look back at the previous altar and remember how far they've come, right? And so in our household, we had to do that a lot, even in business, even in marriage, even in whatever the dynamic is. When we fall on hardships, we're there to lift each other up and say, babe, remember this though. Remember March? That show went off and it flowed and it was a success. We might be slow right here, but we're going to pick back up, and just keeping each other accountable for our dreams. You know what I'm saying? Keep each other accountable and not letting ourselves settle for mediocrity, always striving for the spirit of excellence. And is it easy? No. by no stretch of the imagination, but it's the willpower. And we got to go back to our why. Why are we doing this? We're doing this because we want to first be the best version of ourselves and get our heart space out there. Then we want to be able to let it flow over into our family and build generational wealth and just continue to let the world know who we are and be that even exchange for each other. So that's what we do for each other, and that's why I love him so much. He's been everything I've asked for, despite whatever. He's been everything I asked for. And I'm doing my best to be everything he's asked for. And that's how we make
Wow.
it work.
Thank you. Thank you for that. This is, I'm telling you, you guys are a power couple.
Thank
Just
you.
having all this example of how you get things done. I think all of that will help even in the practice that you have, and so many people you will be able to help. And
Ashe.
your beautiful daughter, I'm sure that's just, you guys have created a beautiful home for her. And we're
Yes.
gonna come and tell Kendall to come on out here. We're gonna bring
All
Kendall
right.
back on. I
Okay.
can't believe our time has come and gone. Yes, this is a black love, black business couples together, blended families, and we can have it all. We are creating
Yes.
our own table. We do not need no one to tell us pull up a little chair. Then you never know if we're waiting for them to tell us, hey, we're gonna give you a chair, sit at the table. They may give us a broken chair. We may say, oh no. So
Exactly.
we're like, you know what? We're gonna build our table. We're gonna bring our chairs, and that's what we're doing as couples.
Yes.
You know, I love working with my husband. He
Mhm.
really, pushes me and helps me, um and that's what we want to do, to empower people. We empower couples, empower young black men, empower
Yes.
women business owners, empower women mothers, bonus mothers. It is just so powerful, and
That's
you
right.
guys have just been a wonderful blessing.
Thank
And I just
you.
want to thank God for you,
Thank
for the two
you.
of you, and not just for being on this platform, but for the pillar that you are, the place that He has put you, where you're going to touch so many lives in
Thank
so many different instances. Like we had, we think of the Trinity, and we just spoke about Black love, Black business, and blended family.
you.
Oh, it
Hmm.
all starts with B.
Yeah. BDD.
Yeah. So in all these
T-shirt.
areas, I see, yes, I see you, the two of you, just helping families and business owners, and couples, and young people in all these different areas of life.
Thank
So
you.
I just want to encourage the two of you to keep going.
Thank
And no
you.
matter what obstacles that come your way, work together, stay together. The Bible
Thank you.
says that what God has put together, let no man put asunder. Don't
Right.
let anybody come in between you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Work
Mm-hmm.
out whatever situation. Say, you know what? Hey, we're in this together. We're working together. We're not competing each other. We complete each other. And as you
Absolutely.
continue, I know you guys got it, and there are people that are looking at you. There are people that are looking at your life, and
Yeah.
they are being strengthened from it. We're not giving no power to the negative people. They're gonna
Right.
come. We're not giving no power to them. We're looking at the ones that are positive. I say, whoa,
Yes.
thank you. I know you can help me. I know you can guide me, and that is what we're gonna take. You know, take it. We're gonna continue, and both of you are creative people. And remember, in the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. And
Mm.
that's how he created us. And then he said, remember, he made us as himself. So we
Yes,
are made as people to create things too. And that's what we're
absolutely.
doing. That's what we want to continue to do. So I'm going to put you guys on full screen. And then you, the two of you, I just want you guys to close it out and let people know how they can. I know, Kendall, we thank you. Last week you did an awesome job. And if you want to say anything, feel free to talk. And you have 2 minutes, so you guys can just close it out and take it away.
Oh
All
yeah.
right. So Enhanced Holistic Love Lab again is in the Columbus, Ohio area. The address is 4200 Regent Street. The website is www.enhancedholisticlovelab.com. There you will find my products, my services, as well as some other local entrepreneurs. We're putting on vendor events constantly, so look out for that. Follow us on social media. I'm on Facebook and Instagram as Enhanced Holistic Love Lab. Thank you so much. Blessings.
Same for me. I am on Instagram, Facebook, at KindleWoods.com. We're trying to have an upcoming event here in July. We'll keep you guys updated on that. Called and what is it?
Essential therapy,
Yeah,
the
essential therapy.
See,
experience.
that's why you need your wife. You see, this is
Yes,
what you do
yes,
when you
yes.
when you forget
Right,
to
right,
remember.
I'm
right,
the, I'll help them out.
right. So,
Yes,
so
yes,
we
awesome.
that's our next coming up events besides the vendor events that we do every
What
other
date is
weekend.
that?
We haven't set a date for that event
Yeah.
yet,
Yeah.
but it's looking like the end of July. So
Okay,
Mhm.
well, I'm
we're
gonna be in Ohio. I think from the 25th,
okay.
25th to the 28th or 29th. So let me know.
We
Will
definitely
do.
will. Like I said, we'll keep everybody updated. If you follow us on all those social platforms there, you can see our updates. Also, for me, if you need any commissions done, fashion, painting, if you want to commission any of my work, you can DM me. I'll get back with you and we can talk and go from there. But thank you again for this opportunity.
Yes, thank
you.
you.
And thank everyone for out there listening and watching.
We appreciate you so much. Love you, sis.
Thank you.
Thank
I
you.
love to, and I can't wait to, come and hang out with you guys,
Yes.
live. And you did an amazing job on both show and last week, and we just want everybody to know that the show it will be we even after all of this is done. We have Roku, we have Amazon Fire, we have
Okay.
ImagineMeTV.net, Live UR, TDN Network. We're just gonna prove to stream on LinkedIn, and we
Okay.
on Twitter as well. And see, that's the thing I
Yes.
tell people that sometimes, no matter what obstacles you face, that you have to keep on going.
That's
You
right.
know, this Imagine Me and Kendall, you were a product of that. The first, remember when I did the first
Yeah.
show, and it was something unveiling dreams or something like that. But then the words that came to me was Imagine Me, and maybe one day you have to paint me something that says Imagine Me,
Yes.
because I thought it was just about the fashion show where we actually had a young girl. Her mom is Teresa, and I don't remember her last name right now. But she actually, I made her dance the song by Kirk Franklin, Imagine Me,
Uh-huh. And
because I thought
mm-hmm.
and that was 2008, and I
Yes.
thought that's what the show was about. That when God gave me the word Imagine Me, I did not know it was a whole
Wow.
network, a whole movement. Now we have
Mm-hmm.
Imagine Me movement, and now we have Imagine Me TV, and we have this
Yes.
channel where it's not just even I don't just have a show, I have a whole channel.
Yes.
So I actually have people that have their show on Imagine Me TV. So if you
Oh
guys
my
are
God.
interested in doing, I see you guys on your own show one of these days too. So there's platforms
Thank
there too.
you.
So get ready because it's
We
coming for
receive.
you. But
We receive that.
2008, and here we are. And even with LinkedIn, I keep applying to LinkedIn because it's the hardest place to get into. I
Okay.
don't know. They put you through the ringer trying to get on their platform, and
Yeah.
they turned me down 3 times, and I'm like, I'm still gonna apply.
That's all
And the
right.
fourth
Keep
time, I
it.
got approved. So I want to
Mm-hmm.
encourage you or anybody that's listening to keep on going, to keep on believing, to keep on trusting because your dreams are possible.
Yes,
So I just
ma'am.
want to
Yes.
thank you, Mr. and Mrs. Woods.
Thank
Thank you
Thank
you.
you.
very much, and your beautiful daughter. I hope next time we'll get to see her.
Oh, she
Thank
would
Yes.
you
love this.
for being there and for continuing to push through and for helping so many people, whether it's through torture, through therapy, or and I know Kendall even did creative therapies and stuff like that. So I just want to thank you guys. Keep
Thank
on
you.
going because greater is coming for the two of you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Same for you.
Keep on